Hello and welcome, MattyHuh. Thank you for being here.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah. So one question I have: do you buy ISK, or do you have a lot of money in real life? Do you kind of treat your money like cookies? I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
I will poke those questions later though. So, what corporation and alliance are you in?
Currently, I am in Pew Corporation in the No Alliance.
All right, you like it there?
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Yeah. Have you been
Yep.
there since the start? You haven't, right?
No, I started off in like a low sec corporation, and then we moved over to nullsec, and basically there was a bunch of drama in there, and I got ganked in an apocalypse back when like T9 battleships were the cool thing.
Oh yeah.
I got ganked by these dudes from No, and I was like, well, I want to go join them, and that's basically what happened.
All right. Yeah. No
And
is amazing people.
yep, it was like perfect timing too, because like right as I joined was when scanning came out, so lowsec just became a theater of war. It was amazing.
All right. So you are you big into doing fleets, stuff like that?
Uh, I'm more like the small engagements. Like once in a while, the big like 1,000-man fleet blobs are fun. But just in this game specifically, I feel like it's very stressful to run it.
Yeah.
When you're running like you could be running your T10 ship or your faction nightmare, and just disconnecting and losing it all is not the funnest of moments.
Yeah, we had those issues in the beginning, and do you
Yeah.
feel it's the same today, or is it better?
It's getting better, but it's still there, which I mean, it's been almost 2 years now. I would have expected it to kind of been fixed to a point, but it is getting better, I do have to say. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, and even I who fly around, I do fly solo most of the time because I can't keep up with times and I don't have that time
Yeah.
to actually plan with people. Even I like when I move around myself, I get disconnected. Couple of like it's not every day, it's some weeks it's more, some weeks it's less.
Yeah.
I don't get it, but mm,
Everyone's always saying that when they go down south, it's like disconnect heaven. They just
dude, that is
keep
actually
on
true.
disconnecting down south. And like
That
if they go up north, it's just perfectly fine. I
Dude,
don't
that
know.
is actually, yeah. Okay, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna add to that because I was down south a week ago, and I had 3 disconnects on a gate.
Yeah, Miller he was running tackle for a fleet and he disconnected like 20 times. But when they go up north to like hit over by branch and stuff, like
Yeah,
there's never really disconnects.
yeah, and I usually hang there up north or west, maybe northwest or something.
Yeah,
And yeah, I don't have that issue actually.
yeah.
Do you know if it's only the attacker who gets disconnected?
I do not know. I haven't really lived in the South long enough.
Yeah. Okay.
So
So, one question: why is your name MattyHuh?
apparently back in the day I used to say huh a lot to like anyone who was asking a question of me, and that's
Oh,
basically where I put it.
oh, you got your name from someone.
Yeah, yeah. It's just a lot of people were just asking me questions. I'm like, huh? What'd you say? Huh?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Okay. So, from what game did you come from before Ivecos?
Like mobile game or
Yeah, it
just game
doesn't
in
matter.
general?
Did you play mobile games
Uh,
before?
I mean, I didn't like go super hard in the mobile games because I felt like they were just the game that I'd play when I'm not playing on my computer.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I have some games like Balloons Tower or like tower defense games, like stuff I can play without internet, stuff like that.
Did
But
you say balloons?
mainly,
Like
yeah,
balloons
Balloons
TD?
Tower Defense. Yep.
Dude, I played that one.
I love that game. It's amazing.
The sounds are amazing.
Yeah,
I
it's so
liked
good.
it. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Continue. Sorry.
But yeah, I mean, I've played EO a bit. I mainly play a lot of the MMORPG genre, but where it stands now, there really aren't that many good ones. Hopefully, the ones that are in development will come out soon, and I can waste my life on those games too. But as of right now, I'll have to wait and continue playing Echoes, and yeah.
All right. So the games you're referring to, what is that? The new MMOs? What games?
So there's games. So like Ashes of Creation is coming out.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Hopefully within the next year, maybe year and a half. There's also another one called like Project TL, Project L, something like that. Like Throne and Liberty was the name of the game, and it's like Lineage, but they made it better. So hopefully that'll be good and
Better
not
the
like
Lineage. Lineage is
Yeah,
nice. Well, at least
Lineage is nice, but Lineage 2 Mobile was kind of
Oh
a
man,
flop in my
I
book.
was gonna say it. Like Lineage 1 and 2 on computer was nice, the caves and
But
stuff.
the mobile one was just
That
one was a disappointment.
I did play the Revolution one, like the Lineage. I
Yeah.
think it was 2 Revolution. I played it for a year, just because I missed Lineage so much.
Yeah.
But then it kind of didn't work. Like a year is still good for mobile, I think.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, then they made a couple of others. I tried it for a few weeks, and then it's pretty much the same.
Yeah, I mean, I played Lineage when Lineage 2M when it came out in like January or something, and then that was a disappointment. And I was like, okay, this Diablo Immortal thing's coming out. I don't think I want to play it because it'll end up being like Lineage. And then I get like convinced to play it by a bunch of people. We play it. I'm playing with like the honk guys. So we're just honking in the global chat, pissing everyone off.
Oh, that's fun.
But
that sounds fun.
It was fun, and then it just got really bad because you'd go into PvP Battleground, and in the beginning it was amazing, and then everyone started whaling it up and getting all their fucking crystals.
Did you whale?
You just can't play it. No, I actually didn't. I got the battle pass, and I still regret getting the battle pass.
Yeah, I was told. Yeah.
I had the skin, and like my character was looking cool. Like I was ready to go adventuring basically, and then boom, just get smacked down by some dude who dropped $1,000 on the game.
Oh yeah. Well, I went totally free to play. I didn't even take the battle pass. I didn't take anything. And it was fine. I thought it was fine for what was it, like 3 weeks, and then and all this, you convert the legendaries like attributes or whatever, like the bonuses. I thought that was cool, but what I noticed, but what I noticed was that, dude, my character looked the same as level 40 as I did at Paragon 55. I was like, I'm gonna have that same fucking weapon, dude. I'm never gonna have like anything else. So
you get the
skin
stats, and then you have to go to you use the skin of the weapon, and you get the stats of the other weapon. But since you want that specific like skill changing thing, the skill modifier, it switches it back to like the weapon that you had at level 30.
Fucking sucks.
Like, I don't want this weapon. I want the weapon that looks cool.
Yeah, I want to look cool, man. I don't want to pay for it. Stupid fucking game.
Exactly.
I got really pissed off, and I stopped playing it just because of that. But all right, okay. So how does a day look in Ivecos for you? What do you do?
It really
Come on,
depends.
man.
It really depends.
Give us a good day.
Well, I mean, today was a pretty good day. I woke up early because someone wanted me to alarm clock for an op, and then we ended up not doing the op. So I joined on the Coffer was doing a roam, so I joined up with them. And I felt so proud because I finally got my Megathron up to 4 AU a second. So I was able to keep up with the Macarials.
Yeah.
And we went roaming, and we were able to get about 4 carrier kills. It was nice. It was a lot of fun.
How many people were you?
30.
Oh, nice.
We had like 15 max, a bunch of dictors and some other light stuff. It was a bunch of fun. Like the Coffer guys are hilarious because they'll be typing in Chinese, and then you'd go to do the auto translate, and some of those translations are amazing.
Yes.
It's so good. It's so good.
I bet it's a lot of laughs. Dude, talking about your Megatron and you making it into pretty much like a Macario.
It's an interceptor.
Yeah, did you hear about the guy on EVE Online who always flew his Megatron?
The Baltec fleets. Yes, I know.
Yes, you know it.
Yep.
Dude,
Yep.
that guy is my hero, man. I just love how he did it.
Yeah, I try that every time. I
Yeah.
have tried. Yes, I have tried to fit my Armageddon into a cruiser roam early on.
Yeah. Yep.
And yeah, and I mean now we're getting implants maybe, so I
Maybe.
might be able to fucking fit my ship, fit my pod,
Yeah.
and maybe I can go on those cruiser rooms with some other ships.
Dude, I think that is so nice. I mean, no, I'm the kind of guy who is the kind of guy in Ivecos today. So I can't change, but when you said it about the Megathon and now you even know what it was,
Yeah.
I think I had a podcast like a year ago and I actually brought this up about this guy. And I said, dude, if only someone in Ivecos like always fly a Megatron or something else and just, yeah, I'm gonna have this Megatron, man, but you have to be quick. I will be quick, man.
I will keep up with the Harpy fleets in my Megathron, and then you
Yeah,
just
I
have those
know.
random dudes behind the Megatron, and the FC's like, "What the fuck are you doing? How's the Megatron beating your Harpy?"
Yes, yes. I think this is amazing. This is
Yeah.
this is why you're famous now in my eyes, man. This
I
is
don't
fucking
know.
amazing. Awesome, man. What do you do most in Eve? Your
I'm good at
purpose.
dying.
Me too.
I feel like that's just a given.
That everyone who fights dies, man. So
yeah, exactly. If you're not dying, then you're doing something wrong.
yeah. So I assume you're PvPing then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've recently gotten into the crabbing life with Ret C. I have
All
dual
right.
citizenship with the Pew and Ret C, and we have coined the term of crab surfing, where we are just humble
Interesting.
crabs, and we go and we smack people, but we say we're just crabbing because PvP is toxic.
Yeah. So you crabbing PvP.
Yep, we're just crabbing their anoms, and they got in our way, so we crab them too.
That's the best type of crabbing.
Exactly.
So are you care bearing the same way?
I mean, so on my main, I'm mainly PvP, and like I have my alts will do the crabbing, they'll do the ISK generation. So I'm not completely broke, but I'm mainly broke, yeah.
You're
Um,
mainly broke, yeah, because you have items, you have ships.
yeah, I don't know, it's just contagious. I love losing ships.
Oh man, yeah, because
It
like
must be.
I feel broke too. I mean, I
Yeah.
don't have many like a lot of liquid disk, but
Yeah.
I do have a value, and I
Yeah,
assume you
I
got a
mean,
value, man. I mean, well, maybe you have lost some kind of big ships, so maybe you don't.
yeah. Yeah.
What's the most you lost, man?
I could I could actually pull it up. It was an 121 build Naglfar.
Okay, yeah, I know
Um,
that one.
yeah, and I jumped it into a camp that I already knew what was there, but I went into that camp full belief that I could tank the whole entire fleet there.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I plugged it in, I did all the fitting and the maths, and everything would have checked out. It should have been able to tank.
Okay.
But when I was getting onto my fourth battery, when I was activating my fourth battery, it just stayed gray and just started
Oh.
blinking and never activated. And when I went to ask Melos if he could, like, give me an explanation or remedy this, give me a new ship or something, he was just like, "Yeah, no. Even if that battery did go off, you would have died." So
How does he know, man? He
yeah,
doesn't
that's
play.
what I told him, and he's like, "Nope, this is the
Yeah.
final decision." And I'm like, "Oh, okay."
Dude, I hate that. People
Yeah.
trying to correct you when you know you're right.
Yeah, I mean, to each their own, I guess.
Yeah, all right. Oh man, 121 billion. Yeah, all right.
Yeah, I can actually post it in the welcome chat if you want.
Yeah, do it, and I can use it in the video. I can just
Yeah,
post it up.
I, I'll even show the X type dropping. There you go.
Oh, did you have an X type on it?
Yep.
Oh, that's why
Yeah.
it was
X
expensive.
type. X
Let me
type
look at
shield
it.
harder. I mean, I can screenshot this too. It was full integrated.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
Did you build it yourself?
Yeah.
How much did that cost? Were you lucky?
So I looted an A type off of killing a carrier in low sec,
Okay.
and I one tapped it into the X type, 20% chance.
Mm.
And yeah, and then the integration I think was around 60 bill, I want to say.
Oh.
I really don't know what inflated the kill mill because the X type was like, I think the X type comes to like 24 bill in on the insurance, or at least before it did. The A type was 3 bill, but
Yeah.
like on my insurance to compensate it, because I did end up compensating it since it was cheaper than getting a new one at the time, because I had like a lot of IP on the account for whatever reason.
How much did it
Um,
cost to get that
it was
back?
it was it was really cheap. I think it was like 90,000 IP. Like it
Oh.
only costed, like it only said the value was 50 bill or like 60 bill, something like that.
All right. So it's just it's a kill mail error,
I
obviously.
don't I mean, I have a lot of those. Like I have I have a bunch of those. I think I have like a 300 bill, a bad and loss, and like if we're talking about inflating kill mails, I think I have like a 3 trillion Balgorn loss too.
With did you do that with minerals?
With
Because
the
I did that
Yeah, with
too.
the minerals. Yeah,
Did that.
hey,
It's just
yeah,
for the fun of it. So yeah, I
yeah,
can't
hell yeah,
remember.
dude.
I can't remember what I had, but yeah, it was like something
Yeah,
stupid. You know.
here 1.4 trillion
Yeah.
Balgorn.
Get the Balgor, man.
Yeah, name someone
One
else who has a
1.3
200.
trillion. Shit.
Yeah, name someone else who has a 212 billion ISK, a bad and loss.
Oh oh man.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, it's
amazing.
funny, man. Yeah, it's funny. Um, I mean that ship. If that would have been real items, you wouldn't die. I don't think so.
Yeah. I mean,
Maybe.
that Abaddon specifically was, I think it was worth 6 bill, because it was full integration,
Yeah.
but it wasn't that much to IP it.
All right. So how do you make your money then in game?
Printing ISK with carriers really.
Yeah, you do that. How many accounts do you have with carriers?
2.
Two carriers, and you do like one anomaly each, and you just cycle it
Yep.
over and
And then I
over.
also have I have a Noctis to pick up all the gray loot, and it pulls in a lot, and then you just repo that in the minerals.
How much would you say you sit at like an evening? Not every day, of
Um,
course, but
uh, like in terms of like ISK generation,
yeah. How
I
much do
think
you
I'd say
make?
maybe 1 bill an evening, just chill. I think the most I've made in one day, I spent like 6 hours crabbing because I was just so bored out of my mind,
Yeah,
and I think it came out to like 3 bill in just ticks, not including any loot.
man, that's good.
It was nuts, yeah.
Yeah. Have you ever been attacked as you're doing it?
Um, I haven't been attacked crabbing, but I have been attacked when I first got my carrier and like I was still playing around with all the fittings and stuff. We hot dropped 2 carriers on a RSCP spider tanked fleet,
Yeah.
and that was an adventure to say the least. It was a, I think it was like, I was sitting there cycling my hardeners for like 45 minutes because I was 3 battery build, but they had me nuded out in like the first 3 minutes,
Oh
and so
man.
I was just forced to. It was definitely a tense time, but it was still fun too.
Do you record your fights?
I record the ones that I think are fun. The ones that I don't think are fun are those where like, we're kind of just a million people and we kill one dude, or like
Yeah.
they just seem boring.
Yeah.
Like I have footage of the second K4 battle, which was literally just like, I put it in 10 times speed as an unlisted video, and it was
Yeah.
still like 45 minutes long. And at the end, you just see me in a nightmare, and I disconnect, and the moment I reconnect, I'm just
Oh,
out of cap, scrammed, webbed, and yeah.
dude, yeah.
That one kind of pissed me off because it was like, come on, I was fully anchored. We were doing a turn. I popped my eye stab and then just DC'd.
Yeah. Well, stuff like that happens, man.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. Okay. So you're crabbing and making ISK. Do you pay for your Omega too, or do you pay with real money and
I
then you enjoy
so
the in game?
I try to, as much as I can, I try to flex with ISK. On my main account, I did the one like event that they had where they gave you like 200 or 300 days of Omega.
Oh yeah, yeah, the good
So
one.
that one, yeah, I still have, I think like 40 days left on that before
Yep.
I have to re-Omega it. But hopefully, maybe I'll convince the CM to give me content creator and I'll get free Omega.
Oh yeah, nice. That would be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would help me too, actually. But
Yeah.
yeah, I hope that now with the second anniversary that we get another Omega special deal for a year.
That would be nice. Yeah.
I would actually go and buy all that this year, right away. I
Yeah.
think.
I think it'd be good for new players also getting in because then it won't be
Yeah,
like you have to pay $15 and then even then you might not be relevant if you don't play every day and get like start min maxing to get up to T10.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think that is something we need to have because we haven't had any sales. We haven't had any good, like, everything has been, gambling.
Yeah.
Which is, I mean, it's fine, but I think you need to have some cheap stuff too. That, I mean, they make money if they put out a sweet deal, then people will buy it. It's
Yep.
pretty simple. So besides crabbing, what do you enjoy most doing in Eve?
Probably rowing with the dudes.
Hanging
I
with the
think
boys,
that's
yeah.
yeah, that's the most fun because you will have so many spur of the moment people just saying completely random stuff on comms, or yeah, or you'll just have some really like epic moments.
There's always a drunk guy, and there's always someone
Oh,
who's
of course,
sad, and
yeah.
someone is really happy. There's
And then you have the one dude who's just high off his rockers. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. And I kind of miss that. Damn.
Yep.
Sometimes I hang in Alliance chat and just to listen, but not enough. Not enough.
Yeah. I mean, we'd had like a really fun Catalyst roam. So for anyone who says that destroyers aren't good, you're just wrong. Uh, okay, Catalysts are some of the most fun ships ever. I think. I think that's
Destroyers are amazing.
yeah. Oh, destroyers are awesome.
They could be
You
better,
get
but I
no,
mean, if
they
you,
could be, yeah,
yeah.
yeah. But if you get 5 to 10 dudes in Catalysts, it's so much fun. I should post a video on it. It's
Oh,
we talking about roaming with the dudes and having like spurging in voice comms. We had so much fun on that room.
so
Like
I have to ask first. What's your YouTube? Because you have a
it's
YouTube
just
then.
yeah, it's youtube.com/ I think I have a custom. I don't know. Here,
You
I'll
know
load
what?
it up.
Give me that, and I will post it in description so people can click on it and watch
Yep,
those
here you go.
fights. Oh, all right. Okay, cool. This is pretty much MattyHuh.
Yep.
Okay, cool. So what happened? Tell us about the Catalyst room.
Basically the first we that was the first Catalyst run we did, and we were jumping into nullsec into our first jump into nullsec, and we see a gnosis, and instantly you just see like 10 bubbles go up, and just everyone's yelling, "Oh, get him, get him, get him!" And it just everyone keeps on dropping. I think at the end we had like 30 or 40 bubbles up. It was amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, he didn't survive.
No, no, no. He got munched. It was
Yeah.
amazing.
Dude, what a plate, man. I'm not sure how I would react. I would be very I would be very surprised it's not interceptors.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I mean, we were running sensor dampeners, and we came across
Oh, good.
because I mean, like it's 10 catalysts. Like you would think that like, oh, I'm gonna come in my Dominics, and I'm gonna go fight them all. Because like if you come in 10 scepters, people might not fight you, but you're coming in catalysts, so people are like, oh, I can take them all on.
Yeah, I hit them easy.
And yeah, this unsuspecting prophecy decided to take us on, and
Oh.
I don't think he was able to finish a single lock before he died.
What a champ, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, all for. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that's amazing. I mean, I think people should fly destroyers more. I did a destroyer video recently. I think they're amazing. Um, but yeah, they're a little bit slow, but you have to play differently, and then it's fine.
Yep.
So talking about the anniversary that is coming up, how do you feel Ivecos has been these 2 years?
I feel like in the beginning it was good, and then somewhere in the middle they took a turn for the worse. But now they're finally steering back on what I would think is the right path. I feel like some of their implementations back in 2021, like kind of latest 2021, weren't like that good. But I mean, now, especially with like as much as I love my big DPS battleships that when you had the old damage mods, I do like how they got rid of the shield extender meta
Yeah.
and made a lot of these things like passive effects. So I can almost arguably passive tank a ship. I do think that that was a one of their better choices. Um, and I hope that later on, as the second anniversary comes and further on from that, they keep on going on in this direction and maybe make the game a little better.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think the talking about this extenders, I think it was good. I think they were way too good before.
I mean, like I could bring my Abaddon out and I could arguably tank 6,000 DPS.
Yeah.
Whereas if I fit it with active reps, I could tank maybe 3K, 4K at most.
Yeah.
But that was like nowhere near as cap stable as me just having one battery and a NOS. And I can basically tank a whole fleet almost.
Yeah. And now it's too bad. I think now they're useless.
Yeah. I mean, so the plates are kind of like the plates are kind of bad. I think that they should increase the passive effect gained by them because
Yeah.
the active I think is just really bad. But the only reason I'd ever fit one is for the passive effect.
Oh yeah.
Um,
Oh yeah.
like for instance on the capital ones, I mean a capital shield extender, I'm gaining 70,000 just flat hit points. So it's definitely uh it's a strategy I think that you could definitely use to throw someone off guard.
Yeah.
They won't expect to hit you, and if you're like armor tank, they'll be like, "Oh, he's breaking, his shield's going down," and then boom, they just hit a brick wall in terms of just amount of armor, sheer amount of armor you have.
Yeah. And I had my Abaddon with 3 extenders. And of course you get a lot of armor, but as soon as you click on them, you get like 1 bar. It
Yeah,
feels
yeah, you
so
get one bar,
useless.
and then it's on cooldown for like the next what 130 seconds or something.
Yeah, that ship is not
Yeah,
gonna see that one again, so
yeah. I mean, but it was definitely needed. Like
yeah.
this three extender Raven meta was just super annoying. Same
Yeah.
thing with the batteries. Like when excuse me, when Capitals first came out, and you just had this like 3-4 battery meta where basically unless you were breaking unless you were having enough DPS to break the EHP per second that the dread or the carrier was doing, you wouldn't end up breaking it because it was just so cap stable from the batteries.
Yeah.
And before the batteries were also not affected by NOSes and newts. I don't actually remember when they made that change, but I found it out the hard way, and I like it. It was definitely something that was needed. So now I
Yeah.
can bring like a Balgorn or a Geddon and completely nuke somebody's batteries. So that's definitely another good change that they made.
Yeah, I made a video about Vindicator versus Balgorn just a couple of days ago, and I was under the impression that Narcissus and Newts had a fall off and an optimal. So I was gonna try something. You know, if I go very close to Balgorn, I'm outside his fall off, which would mean that he neuted me less. So
So
I
from
took
what
my
I think it
yeah
works, from what
yep
I think it works, is I think the closer you get, the better it is. I think it's like a grapple kind of, because if you're in his optimal, then he's just going to continuously cycle that Nos or Newt for like full effect. But if you're in his fall off, then it's only going to be like 50, and then double fall off is
yeah, but I'm not
like
in his
30%.
optimal. I'm in his
Yeah,
I'm outside his fall off,
yeah,
but
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
close.
Yeah.
So I made that video and I talked about beam lasers and pulse lasers.
Hmm.
Like they have
Yep.
also fall off and optimal. But I mean, if you always hit everything close by, then, then I mean, yeah, why don't
Yeah.
we always use beam lasers? So I tried
Yeah.
it, and yeah, he actually neutered me just as much as I was like 1 kilometers away. So
Yeah.
I think it's like if it's supposed to be a grappling effect, I think they should change it. Or if it's not supposed to be a grappling effect, and it's if it's just like something like a bad coding, but they still want to have
Yeah.
it, then they can just like make the optimal larger. No, not the optimal. Make the fall off larger so it covers
Yeah.
to 0. But yeah, anyway, I still beat that Balgor with my Vindicator, so it
Yeah.
didn't
I did
work.
see that.
Oh, you saw
Well,
it.
well, well
Yeah,
played. Well played.
yeah. It's
Yeah.
pretty much like your Megatron, man. I wanted my Vindicator to be better than the Balgorn. Just that
Yeah.
Balgorn, of course. But yeah,
Well, this is actually my first Megathron that I've ever flown. I did fly the Vindy before, but this Mega is it's my new love right now because it just goes so fast and is able to keep up with the cruisers and the Max.
what? Why? Yeah, it's a Megatron. It's not a striker. Is it
No, it's a striker. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
it is a striker. Okay, cool.
Yep.
So, do you feel that there is anything missing in this game? What is it that you would like to have that the game don't have yet?
I feel like hmm, I want to say that like when you when they released capitals, I feel like they should have released all weapons. Now I know that I think Benzi does like completely disagrees and says that it's gonna like completely counter battleships. But I mean I just like Haw for the reason that I now have a legitimate reason to go and solo Roman and Nag. Um I kind of want to just do that. But I feel like that specifically I would love to see implemented in the game. I mean, implants are coming. That'll be nice. I think drugs would be kind of cool
Oh yeah,
to help with like solo PvP. Like I know
yeah,
Ari from Mate. He does a lot of with the Hyperion. He has a lot of solo PvP, and it's really nice to see stuff like that.
yeah. It's amazing. I'm not sure if I've seen his videos, but I've seen a guy with Hyperion that flies it pretty much like I do, and he's done some like that. At least that video that I saw was really nice. He managed his cap very well. He tricks
Yep,
with the armor reppers just like
does the
I do.
bait tanking. Yep.
Yeah, so I think it's that guy. I'm not sure. I can't remember where I saw it, but I just accidentally saw it. And yeah, that I really like watching those.
Yeah.
Um,
I mean, I also kind of wish, I mean, this is obviously not going to happen, but I do wish they'd get rid of warp core optimizers. I feel like
I would
it's
love that
just,
too.
yeah. I mean, I feel like if you want the stab, I'm fine with you having the stab, but I feel like you should sacrifice something for it. And like you can argue that, oh, I'm sacrificing an engineering slot,
Yeah, you do.
but
But
make them like either make it a combat rig maybe, so they have to sacrifice damage, or make them just sacrifice a low slot for the aura module or whatever it is.
yeah, yeah.
I mean, that basically ruined all of low sec hunting for me because I used to hunt a lot in low sec, and I met a Vindicator which got away from my bomber and my Apoc striker, which both had 3 scrams. So I had 24 points on him, and he was able to warp off.
Oh man, 20.
Yeah,
It's like,
and I just rage quit. Basically, after that, I was like,
how
okay,
could,
I'm
yeah,
done with low sec.
how could he even do damage, man? How could he tank? What slots
I
did he have?
I have no clue. I would never know because he got away from me. That was very very. I hated it.
Yeah, when
Like
they introduced
it was the
all this,
death
yeah,
wish.
sorry.
Yeah,
Oh, the Death Wish, yeah. I got
yeah.
that one too, actually, but I didn't draw those mods on it, of course.
Yeah, if I rolled a death wish, it would definitely be for the scram strength because
Oh yeah,
just
yeah,
if you use warp cores, I want to find you if you use warp cores, and I just want to hit you with those like 7, 8, or 9 scram strength
yeah.
scrams,
Well,
and then just yeah.
like I think it would be fair to have warp core stabs pretty high, but it should cost, as you say, it should cost
Exactly.
you.
There should be a trade off.
Yeah, it
Like I
should.
mean, either like make the rig just like the low slot where your targeting is very bad,
Yeah.
or just give it a trade off for having 3, or well, now 4 stab on each rig.
Um, since I don't use them, I don't actually know what kind of trade-off it is. But on EVE Online, you do have a signature radius fall off. Do you have it in Ivecos too?
So in Echoes, I believe the aura module makes it so I think
You
your
lock
scan
slower.
res is lower.
Yeah.
So you lock lower, but I think that's about it.
Yeah, so if you have 24 in strength, how long time does it take to lock a frigate? It should take
Well,
like
I
6 minutes, man.
yeah, I don't even know though if he was. I don't even know if he was running the modules because he had the Death
Ah,
Wish core, and I know you can get a lot of stab off of just the core
yeah,
itself.
yeah, I know, yeah.
Like the amount of gotcha you have to go through is just.
Yeah, yeah, I
It's
was
like
extremely lucky, man. I was
yeah,
very
yeah.
lucky. But yeah, and I don't even use it. It's for the Balgorn, man. I don't even fly
I
that
mean,
shit.
it's a cool skin. It is a cool
Yeah, it's
skin.
cool. It's nice.
Like that's another thing. I wish they did release like maybe a few more skins rather than the nanocores because like
Yeah.
I what arguably one of my favorite skins I think is the Blood Raider skin for the Apocalypse. I just
Yes.
there's something about that skin that just looks beautiful.
Is it that one that is so hard to come by? Because I think it's that one that I can't find.
It's the Blood Raider NCO core,
Yeah,
and it's got like a
NCO. Oh, yeah.
27% chance. I think I've done it like 6 or 7 times, and I have yet to get one.
Oh, I remember.
But
Okay, yeah, yeah. I've tried to
yeah,
make it
I
too.
mean,
I never got it.
yeah, but like even if I get one, like I don't want to use the nanocore because the nanocore is not that good. It's just the skin I want. But I'm like if I use another nanocore, I'm not allowed to choose
Yes, I know. I know.
the skin.
I know. So
That's
that is bad. But we
yeah.
should have skins. Skins are really important in the game because nanocores are really ugly. Like not everyone, but many nanocores. I mean,
Yeah.
we
I
do.
mean, the Golden Age one was pretty
That's
decent
pretty. Yeah, it's
because it was
nice.
something different at least, not the Thermostorm or whatever that one was.
Yeah, that
That one
was
was kind of
also
a letdown.
actually okay in the beginning, I think.
It was decent, yeah.
But then you got the Ascension and Blue Sky and all this gray
Oh my
sky
God,
and
those
fuck.
they're just it looks like a Fruit Loop.
Yeah, you need to have a skin so
Yeah.
you can change the skin instead, man.
Yeah. I
Um,
mean, yeah,
yeah,
even on like the capitals, like you have everyone in their neon rain, they just look like giant Jolly Ranchers.
you can change
And
the colors on Neon Rain.
you can, but like there are so many limitations. Like I can't
Oh,
seem to get rid of this like blue hue that's on it.
oh, I did not know that because I don't have
Yeah.
it. I saw.
Oh yeah.
I've seen a gray, like a silvery grayish rattlesnake in Jita with
Yeah.
that one, and that looks really nice. I don't like the normal one because you've seen it all the time. I thought maybe you could change it into like something else, but maybe you can't. Maybe it's like the Ascension Core. You can't like there is some limitations to
Yeah.
it, as you
Like
say.
there's some parts that you can change. Like the tail is usually pink, but that one specifically I changed it to white. But
Yeah.
it like I just want a black and white Nidhogger. Like just give me a NetEase, please.
Dude, they should there should be a white skin, right? For Nidhugger.
I mean, it'd be cool. I tried it with the I did it on the Chimera. It actually looks really nice. I wanted a black Chimera at first, but I couldn't get it, so I had to do
Like
a white one.
yeah.
Well, like a silver one.
Yeah, I have these nanocore competitions. You might have heard of it. So I've seen a couple of ships tell me like I've seen so many ships, and
Yeah.
some people go with totally black and just like coloring their windows,
Yeah, yeah.
and
I
it
mean,
looks really nice on pretty much every
yeah.
ship.
I am a sucker for the color purple, so most of my ships are indeed purple.
Purple. All right.
Yep.
Yeah, okay. I've talked to a couple of people who love purple too, so I don't. You have to have very restricted purple if it's gonna be like looking nice.
There's it's a certain color, yes. I do
Yeah.
agree.
Also
Like if
pink.
it's too blue, then it's bad, and if it's too
Yeah.
pink,
Oh
then
yeah.
it's bad.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So how? Okay. By the way, let me just before I forget. How did you get your?
Oh, the Neon Rain Core?
Oh,
And
the core. I mean, yeah.
and the Illustrious
So
Ghost Core.
yeah.
Yeah.
So illustrious. Oh, that one I have actually. But the Neon Rain Core. How did you get it? Were you lucky?
So I dropped a copious amount of ISK on the event and kind of just forced my way into the top 20. I think it was on day 5 that I did it it was for the most recent one, the
Yeah.
Illustrious Ghost one. But like I was getting pissed during the first few days because literally like the first Neon Rain event, maybe the top dude was 3,000 or 5,000 points.
Yeah.
But this come around, it was every day was 10,000 or higher. It was insane.
And 10,000 or higher, that was about what? How much? Was that about 10,000 plex? Or is that about how much was it?
You'd have had to spend like real life money on it because you could only buy so many like Plex boxes and ISK boxes. You couldn't buy any of the.
All right.
Everything else was the AUR boxes. And then they also had that dumb event where like, oh, we'll refund you for however much money you spend. We'll give you 50% of it in Plex. And it's like, oh, thank you. This is exactly what I wanted.
Yeah, all right. Okay. So you spent a lot of money then. Real money.
I spent about I want to say 40 bill in Plex to get the 2 nano cores for my carriers, which I totally regret. But at the same time, I kind of don't regret it.
Yeah,
it depends on the
it's a
day.
bit cool.
Like
yeah.
When I want to spend money, I'll be like, yeah, I kind of regret spending that much. But when I don't, it's like, oh, kind of a good core.
Yeah, yeah. I'm the same. You know, we had this event now. Pay like what was it, like 1,000 AUR and maybe be a part of this stuff. And I was like, yeah, I would like to be a part of it, but you know.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't be part of it after, but then of course they have something next year probably. But yeah, I really don't like it. So you know, I didn't.
Yeah, this specific one with the 1,000 AUR to join the competition was. I don't think I did not like it.
Yeah,
I think that it was a very bad event personally.
Did your corporation join?
We tried to, but we did not get in.
Oh, you did not get in. I wonder how many that tried.
I think it's 50 got selected or something.
Yeah, but how many did try and not
Oh, there
pass
were a
it?
lot.
Yeah.
I think you can check the list on the registration announcement oh, never mind. That's just invited corporations.
Yeah.
But there were probably a lot that did.
Okay. So one question before we go to the next one. When they released the carriers, you were one of the first one who got it. That's what I remember, or at least you had it at the same time.
I believe I want to say either the 3rd or the 4th revelation built in the game.
Yeah, the first one wasn't the first one. That content creator, Big Skillet, wasn't he first?
He had a Nidhugger, I believe.
Yeah.
I think he was first, but he had the Nidhugger.
Okay.
Yeah, that revelation is sadly not with us anymore.
Did he lose it or give it away?
Yes, it died. It is not with us anymore.
Everything dies, man. I don't have any ship that hasn't died.
Yeah. Yep. Just
So
about.
so it is. But like, so when that released, um, like, were you pumped when you heard about it,
Uh
or did you feel
Kinda.
okay?
Like I was kind of. It was kind of fun. I mean, I do agree with Benzi to a certain extent that like there wasn't like when they were released there wasn't much in terms of content to use it for.
No.
Basically, it was just an extra large striker, and back then my striker basically had the same DPS as a dread. So why would I spend 20-30 bill on that when I can just use my striker?
Yeah, true.
Um, But yeah, I mean, now there's a lot more coming out to it. You see a lot more dudes roaming around. They'll have like a couple caps with their group, and like, oh, we find something cool, we'll try and drop on them.
Yeah.
But I think the biggest issue with caps now, at least, is there is currently no way that I know of to either combat or disable a Sinojammer. So
Do
like
you want that?
if you hit it, I do, I want it. Like, don't make it super easy, but don't make it impossible, which is what it is now. Because like if we hit your Sinojammer into timer, it'll go down from -10 strength to -2 strength. So we still can't light a Sino because we need -0 strength. And when you put it into a hull timer, it just instantly repairs to full because it's an ancillary structure and they can't be destroyed from a level 2 or higher citadel.
Okay. I did not
Uh,
know this because I don't
oh.
fly and I don't. Yeah, I did not know this, and
Yeah,
yeah, I might agree then.
yeah. I mean, like again, you don't have to make it easy. Just make it there. So like, if
Yeah,
we
the
want to do
option.
an op in you, we can hold drop the hammer right after we turn off your jammer, and it's just instant shock action.
Yeah, I think that's a good thing actually. So that could be cool. I
Yeah,
mean, I'm always for like having options.
yeah.
Then yeah, it shouldn't be easy. But if you're good, you pull it off. So in the
It would
yeah,
definitely make for hella stories, I think. Just
oh yeah,
yeah, it would be awesome. Definitely be cool.
yeah. So for the future of Ivecos, um, the coming year, 2023, what do you want in Ivecos?
Um, like I guess I get that they do need to release certain new content to keep the game engaging. But on the side of releasing new content, I think they should look back at old mechanics, old systems, and maybe take like a quarter of a year or a half of a year to just go back and revamp those.
Yeah,
You could even re-release some events, like reskin the event, but release it for getting like the Predator scramblers and all those luxurious items.
oh yeah,
Um,
or
Maybe
better
make a
ones.
way, or like the Devour bubble launcher, whatever that one
Yeah,
was. I don't think I've ever seen it. But like you could do that. You could do um, oh, it was just in my head. Like for the group modules, like we only have Mark 9 shield group reppers or
yeah,
Mark 9 shield and skirmish links. Like release like the SOE skirmish links or
or the blue
whatever
ones.
they
Yeah,
called whatever they called the meta level 8 or whatever it was, the group mods and stuff like that.
yeah. Some more items in the game. Uh,
Well, I mean,
some
yeah,
of the
because like
older ones.
yeah, because I mean they're already like in the game. Like I mean, for instance, under large group shield, I can go look at a Bannerman large group shield booster, but the highest meta level I can get is Mark 9 because none of the other ones drop.
Yeah,
So maybe add them into the drop tables on low sec missions, make low sec more lucrative for people to run, so then they stop crowding the high sec islands and stuff like that.
Yeah, lowsec got nothing, so I'm all for
Yeah.
that. I made several videos of how to put stuff into lowsec so that lowsec is an area to actually be. It will be dangerous, but I mean it will be fun.
I mean, but the amount of ISK that you can make out of it should reflect on that danger.
Of course.
I mean, hell, just you could put the salvager skill chips that everybody wants made free. Why don't you
Yeah.
not just make them drop from low sec missions?
Yeah. Dude, that would be good.
Just make low sec a place where people want to go because it has profit in it. Instead of just them being able to make, 80 to 100 mil an hour just doing high sec crabbing.
Yeah. Do you think lowsec is too safe between gates?
I would say yes. I wish that I was able to gank people in low sec without them gate hugging or station hugging. Like if I scram you on a low sec gate or on a station, I want to be able to not get completely one tapped by Concord.
Yeah.
I mean, to be honest, I would love to have PvP in high sec. Like I mean, you're bringing in like the enforcer and stuff. I doubt they're gonna do it, but you could totally bring in, like the security status.
Oh yeah.
And I could just be a completely red player, but I want to kill everyone in Clairland. Because half of those ships are probably like fully X typed and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
When they are gonna release that, which I hope, then people people have to be aware because they're gonna lose their stuff.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, I think we should have. I mean, I think that gate camps in low sec should be tankable. It should be a little hard, but I mean, it should be possible.
Yeah, they were amazing. I mean,
yeah,
you can't have just a battleship permanently tanking. Like it's gonna take a lot of damage from Concord,
yeah,
but it's not gonna be until like maybe 4, 5, 6 shots. Like I'm gonna be able to kill that freighter that I see just literally offline autopiloting in low sec.
yeah. I mean, well, you don't have Concord in low sec. You only have the gates.
Yeah.
Unless you mean Concord gates, gate guns.
Yeah, the Concord
Is that what you mean?
gate guns. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I mean, yeah. That is, and also like we have the high sec islands, which I say it's not even island because you can just go there. If low sec were dangerous, I mean, it's hard to get a ship over there. So then you have your striker in the island, but then like, I think I keep it here because it's too dangerous to move it around in low sec. Yeah. I think, I mean, it would be nice. And I do sit and play EVE Online on my alpha a little bit now and then. And I just love the feeling that just undocking in Hida
you at?
and maybe someone shoot me. You know? So
there's someone waiting with a tornado.
Yeah.
He's probably been sitting there for 6-7 hours.
Yeah.
Waiting for that one guy to come with like skill injectors in his cargo.
Yeah. I'm sorry. It's like I would be pissed if I died, but I would love the game anyway. Yeah, exactly. I would love it more. So figure out ways how to move stuff between the areas, and like this areas here, man, people are always here. I have to go another way and set my own destinations, but maybe we get it in the future.
Yeah, you could also set up like the scam contracts to bait the dudes doing the deliveries and the freighting. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah. But then we're going closer to EVE Online. I don't want it too close. I don't want the EVE Online, like we talked about reputation. I would not like the reputation that EVE Online has in terms of if you do missions for Galente, then you cannot enter Amar if you do it too much. That I never really liked it. But you should, of course, like if you do missions for Galente, for example, in Ivecos, you should get better encounters because you have better standing, but you shouldn't have lower standing for Amar, but maybe you can't have for both, like 0 is still 0. And if you shoot people, of course you can. I'm all for like having low 6 standing, man, flashing red, that's having a corporation called -10 or something, that's that's amazing.
Yeah, it would be fun. It would definitely be very fun.
Yeah. Then high sec ganking, I'm not sure how that would work, but yeah, it's pretty much the same, I think. Just take a
Yep.
catalyst and just wait.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
Yeah, we'll see what they do. I mean, this is the future, maybe. So, is there anything else in the future? Would you like to have a Titan? Like, would you like to have that next
Uh,
year, or
I mean, sure, yeah, I'd love to have a Titan. I'm sure a lot of people wouldn't like me to have a Titan. I'd love to have a Titan.
yeah?
Yeah.
I've always said, Ivecos and a Titan in my pocket. That's amazing. But
I could be taking a leak and flying a Titan. Name another
yes,
game where you could do that.
no, that's
Yeah.
that's. But I'm not sure if I think the game is ready for it. But of course, I would like a Titan sometime. And
Yep.
faction capitals and stuff like that. I would.
Action caps would be nice. I just I really wish that for the sake of indie, they would kind of lean against moving or not moving, but like having more than half of the cost of a capital be just flat ISK. I wish that like
Instead.
having yeah, I wish it would have been like, maybe 60 or 70% of it was just straight minerals
Oh
and
yeah,
planetary, and then like 30 or 40% was ISK rather than I think right now it's like 14 or 13 bill and just click it costs. And
yeah,
then it's like 2 or 3 bill in minerals. It's just insane.
yeah. And it's the same with the invention, like inventing or stuff like that. It's so
Yeah.
expensive.
Yep.
Um, like instead of, as I say, instead of having a C type and then you pay like what is it, 80 million for a 30% chance or whatever it is. Instead of having that, like make us use more C types instead. Like let me use
Exactly.
10 of them or something to make one, and
Yeah.
then it's
Give me give me a
80%.
reason to
I don't know.
use my 2, 3, 400 shield hardeners that are just
Yes,
sitting in Vita collecting dust.
yes. I mean,
Yeah.
they have.
Like I mean,
You're not
the
the
way
only
they
one,
did it
man. There's a
yeah, the way
lot
they
of
did it
stuff.
with the T4 rigs where
Yes,
it requires you to use T1, T2 and T3. I think that was amazing. That
I
was
think that was
definitely a
great.
step in the right direction.
I loved it. That was,
Yeah.
and I feel like maybe they do it. I also heard
Yeah.
that. I think, well, someone told me that probably Benzi said it, but I'm not sure. But he said when you're making a Dominix 2, you should build a Dominix 1 first or use a Dominix
Uh,
1, which is like,
I
I
I
don't
think
know.
that's kind of silly. I
Oh, do you
think
think
you
it's
should
silly?
just make it's kind of just weird. I get it. I get it that the Dominix is the upgrade, or the Dami 2 is the upgrade of the Dami, but they're kind of like different ships. I mean, I could see it, but I feel like if you just make each individual ship require more minerals than ISK,
That would help.
that would fix the issue.
But it seems like they don't want to do that because we have been
No.
telling them for years. Like,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
if they don't want to do that, then this is a second solution, I think. But
Yeah. Definitely. Definitely.
yeah. So the final question that I always ask about Ivecos is how many kill marks do you have? Do you keep track?
On any specific ship, or
It doesn't matter. Whatever you keep track of.
I mean, I really don't know. Half the time the graphic doesn't even load.
Yeah. Oh, same here
Yeah.
actually.
Yeah, like I mean, I think on the Tempest, maybe not on the Tempest, but I know on the Geddon, I used to try and look for the kill marks, and I have never found them.
Yeah.
Uh, I think my APOC striker has the most kill marks. Last I counted was somewhere in the 400s.
Oh, it's good.
Yeah, I mean, I don't seem to max them out a lot, and like a lot of the dudes who I know max them out seem to kill their dude and then they pod him too, so they get 2 kill marks, and it's like I'm not trying to pod you because usually I was in low sec and like that's a 10-minute timer again. I already killed you and I have a 10-minute timer. I'm not trying
Yeah.
to do it again.
Do you know?
Um,
Yeah. Sorry.
Oh, I was just gonna say, I think that the way kill marks work in this game are dumb because, I mean, you have a 500 kill mark ship, you lose it, and you just think, oh, okay, I'm just gonna IP it back, and boom, there's your 500 kill mark ship again. I wish that the kill marks were ship specific.
Oh yeah.
So if I have a Megathron, and like if I have a ship with like 600 kill marks, I'm gonna take that out, but I'm gonna be way more careful with it than a ship that only has like 20 kill marks.
Yeah, that's
'Cause,
what I'm
yeah,
saying, dude.
it
Imagine
would
the
be
terror,
nice.
man.
Yeah.
Oh
Oh, it
shit.
would be amazing.
Such
Once it,
a cool ships.
yeah,
Like, yeah, that would be amazing. I thought you would lose them for the longest
yeah,
time. I thought you did.
it would be real nice if you did lose them.
Yeah.
It would give more value to a ship than
Oh
what
yeah,
it's
and
just
you
worth
should
on
be
the
able
game.
to trade them after. So that
Exactly, yeah.
like 1,000 kill mark Vindicator would be damn.
Oh,
That would be
that'd be a
expensive,
lot.
man. But yeah. I as soon as I heard that, it was now a year ago, but I think I played for a year before I didn't know that. But yeah, as soon as I heard that, I just didn't care. I didn't care about
Yeah.
kill marks. And here's a question, because I don't fly fleet so often. Do everyone in the fleet get a kill mark if you guys kill one guy?
I think it is just the person that gets the
Killing
last
blow.
hit.
Okay, that's better at least.
Yep.
All right. So we talked about games, like other games before. Do you play any other games than Ivecos?
Currently right now, I would say no. In Gulag, we do have a couple of dudes that we just started playing. I don't know if you know a game called Sins of a Solar Empire.
No.
So it's basically a space RTS.
Okay.
And we found somebody made an Eve mod on it, so we've been having a lot of fun playing
Oh,
that.
you have to send me some images of that if you can at
Oh
some
my god.
point. That would be cool.
I had a group of like 50 Ragnaroks just sitting in a ball. It was amazing.
Oh man, I want to play that now. Shit.
Yeah,
Man, cool. Yeah, very nice. Well, thank you, MattyHuh, for being here. And I'm sure it was my fault that we didn't do this earlier, but yeah, you take care, man.
Yep, take care.